So this is an interesting topic. With the release of The Plague and Dead by Daylight, the ranking system was changed to be far more strict in terms of ranking up. This was done to address the fact that it was entirely too easy to rank up in the game, rendering ranks pretty meaningless. However, behavior has sort of gone in the complete opposite direction now, in that it's significantly harder to rank up. On the public test build for The Plague, I would actually only safety pip with 4 kills, which was a little silly. However, the strictness of the test build was loosened up a bit for live servers, and I actually approve of the changes. What I'm seeing, though, is that people are still really upset, so here's a look at an argument for why I actually like the fact it's harder to rank up now. First off, although obviously anecdotal, I've had no problem pipping at all. The only thing I've noticed is a decrease in the number of double pips I get for 4Ks, but that's sort of irrelevant because I'm at rank 1 and double pips don't even do anything. The times that I would 4K and only safety pip always had some sort of mitigating circumstance, like multiple people disconnecting or killing themselves immediately on hook or depriving me of points in some way. It sort of introduces one of my points. First off, the severity of the strictness of ranking rises as your rank rises. This means at lower ranks you'll be able to rank up as easily as before, and at higher ranks it's now harder. When you're at red ranks, you have to do a lot to rank up, and I think that's fine for many reasons. The first being that once you're actually rank 1, you don't even have anywhere to go, so why do you need to double pip? If anything, a perfect 4K full iridescent emblem at rank 1 could only be a safety pip, and it would functionally be the exact same thing rank-wise. Another reason I like the strictness comes down to actually analyzing the skill of the player, which, given the insane amount of variables in Dead by Daylight, is actually really hard to do. However, I think the way the system has changed kind of starts to address some of these issues. For example, people that camp and tunnel might actually find it harder to pip now. The thing is, do you really think you're declaring yourself a skillful killer that deserves to rank up if you hook a guy and face camp him till he dies, and you just prey on dumb teammates that are altruistic to, save him? You're not really doing anything to prove your skill in the game, so the system labels you as someone that didn't really do much, and thus you don't pip. A more controversial example would be a game in which you utterly annihilate everyone. For example, I've had games recently where I would snowball and all 4 survivors would be slugged within the first 2 minutes of the game. And I only safety pit for this, for completely destroying the opposing team. And now those against the strict rank system would say, well, that's ridiculous. You completely outplayed those survivors and you didn't even rank up for it. I, however, would say it's literally impossible for an even somewhat coordinated team to lose that quickly. So in this scenario, I'm just beating up babies, which is, again, no proof of my skill. I don't deserve to rank up because I didn't prove my skill. This is where the argument kind of becomes interesting, though. In that scenario, I would most likely not rank up, but I wouldn't rank down either. So if I had 50 of these games in a row in which I completely destroy a baby team, those teams would eventually fall out of my rank bracket, and I would stay in my spot until I finally encounter a decent team that I can actually, rank up off of because the game is further drawn out, with chances to prove my skill. If I win, now I rank up because I earned a win against a more skillful team. Still, the scenario I presented isn't exactly common. It's pretty rare to win within 2 minutes of the game starting. Any more than that, and there's still a good chance you'll have a normal game where you can earn the opportunity to pip. Another reason I actually like the stricter rank system, and I cannot believe I'm saying this in defense of this, but the whole reason killers exist in this game is to play with their food to please the entity. Yes, lore is an actual reason why the rank system makes sense. If you kill everyone in 5 seconds, the enemy would be like, yo,
What the fuck? Where's all that hope I need to feed on and shit?
If you drag the game out and push it closer to the exit gates actually being opened, story-wise, you're doing exactly what the entity wants by giving the survivors hope they might actually escape. This also leads into another defense of the system that's not as silly as lore. Bottom line, it promotes fun. Killers are punished for camping and survivors are punished for gen rushing. If both sides are presented with opportunities to engage in chases and altruism, and, etc., then both sides are having considerably more fun than, if the killer got gen rushed in 4 minutes, or all 4 survivors were slugged within minutes of the game starting. The system encourages the killer to intentionally drag out the game if they're doing exceptionally well, or, play with his food. It also encourages survivors to slow down and seek out other objectives if they even want to rank up. This sort of ties into my main opinion on ranks, which is, personally, I just play the game to have fun. I don't care if I'm rank 20 or rank 1. If the game is fun, I'm happy with whatever number is next to my name. It's not a competitive game. After my first month of playing, I have never once played for rank because it's completely there's no reward. What's the point? Those who watch me know that I intentionally avoid tunneling or camping in most situations. And because of this, I don't even notice the new changes. My games usually go on longer than necessary due to intentionally making a less than optimal play to at least give the survivors a chance to have fun. I mean, that's the whole point of the game? It's just to have fun. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Obviously, a lot of people disagree, but I personally don't mind the changes at all. I think they actually encourage people to stop doing the things that are considered unfun in the game, and it promotes people to actually interact with the killer more, which, leads to more fun for everybody. But, even that being said, it might be a touch too strict. I think if they toned it down a little teeny bit, it would be perfect. But I'm actually glad that it's more strict than before because, it makes rank mean a little bit more. It'll never be in a situation where rank is the sole determinant of your skill. It's just, this game has too many variables and it'll never happen. But I think it's a step in kind of the right direction. Thanks for watching, guys.